you are not afraid to look the void right into its very eyes. I feel like you're somebody that like visits it quite frequently. Like you're somebody that you're not afraid to feel your own darkness. You're not afraid to look at your past. You're not afraid to be honest with yourself. You're just not afraid of confrontation, like within the self. I feel like it's something that you do for a living. Like you're constantly coming in and out of, I want to say, like just awareness of the self. And I think for a lot of people, that's really uncomfortable to do, especially when there hasn't been much confrontation. I feel like you've confronted a lot of your shadows, that it's not scary or it's not uncomfortable. It's just like, oh, like I'm not afraid to go in that. You're not afraid to talk about things other people don't want to. I feel like you're somebody that's very bold in your self-expression, or you're bold in the way that you maybe like speak on things that other people don't want to, or, and not just bold, but I feel like it's a comfortability in the way you express it. So you could also be somebody that like does messages where like you're not afraid to like say things that other people are thinking. Do you know what I mean? And that could even be, there's like a gnat flying around me. That could be something that even in your family growing up, and I resonate with this, is like being the one to speak on the things that nobody else wanted to hear. Or whether you were in a relationship, not being afraid to bring up like what was going on, or a friendship, not being afraid to call somebody out. You know what I mean? It's like there's something bold about your spirit. I feel like your spirit is, and you know what? I feel like you might not really fully see it that way because it's just kind of a state of being, but like to the outside, it looks very brave. I feel like you're brave for having confronted yourself in this way. The Knight of Cups. The Hermit. I feel like not many people know what you've gone through. Like genuinely, you could be somebody that you seem very wise, but people don't know why. Like people could maybe know snippets of your story, but they don't have a full picture. The Queen of Wands, they just see somebody so freaking powerful and beautiful and intimidating. The Page of Wands, but look at this picture. She's got this like tiger. Like spirit walks with you. Like when you speak, it feels like spirit is speaking through you. Again, if you're somebody that like reads messages as well, or like, I don't know, maybe you just help people in some kind of way. Like when you speak, I want to say like the room goes quiet, or the room feels like loud even if it's quiet. Like you make things feel real. Like you have this ability to speak life into experiences. Do you know what I mean? In a bold way. And I think that for you, it's been something you've had to fight for. This could even be like maybe having your voice taken from you from a young age, or having your experiences denied, or just having to really fight just to kind of be here today. And I think that your battle has not gone unnoticed by the universe, by yourself, maybe even by people around you. Maybe they don't say it to you outwardly, but like the impact of your soul is something like that the world really does truly deserve and need. And I think that you've learned how to use your words not as weapons, but as medicine. I feel like that could be something that you've maybe done in your past, maybe before you started healing, or before you kind of knew yourself, like using your words, your knowledge on how to make your words feel powerful as, I don't want to say as weapons like you wanted to hurt people, but it could have been like you had to protect yourself. So you would use words in a way that you knew would cut people. Because like, I don't know, I know I resonate with that. Like growing up with a narcissistic parent, like I had to use those words to protect myself, knowing exactly what to say to like make my parents see reality. And it's like, it cuts straight to the bone. Like I feel like that's what you're not afraid to get right to the point, is this kind of energy. And I feel like that's just something that people really admire about you, is just your ability to, and look around her neck, she's got that snake. You're not afraid to use your past to constantly like regenerate, repower, and rebirth yourself. That's just like who you are, as somebody very wise, like an ancient kind of energy, but like, I don't know, with the Knight coming out too, like also just very relatable is what I want to say. Like, just real. There is communication coming towards you. I feel like there's somebody wanting to communicate towards you. Somebody could be like thinking of like how to, again, because look at this, there's this like, I think it's called scroll, right? No. What is this called? The pen thing that you write with? Scroll is the paper, right? Somebody maybe wanting to like write you a message, or I don't know. I'm also like seeing poetry in my mind, so you could be somebody that like writes poetry. And the Page of Swords coming out. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords. Somebody wants to communicate with you a little bit. They're not thinking about it. I feel like this is somebody who may come into your energy like not even having a plan of what they're going to say, but they're just going to come into your energy impulsively. So this could be somebody, maybe you've dealt with this person before, or maybe it's somebody like entirely new and they're just like very drawn to you and they want to say something to you. This is somebody not really... Seven of Cups makes me feel like this could be somebody that sees you as somebody who may have more options. Maybe that's why they want to come into you impulsively, is like, I don't want to waste my chance. But I feel like you might not like the way that this energy comes across. I feel like you could be somebody, the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Justice. I feel like you're somebody who's maybe had to kind of master the way that you communicate. I don't want to say master, but like you learn how to not use impulse in communication. So that could be something you struggled with too. So you might even see a past version of yourself in this person. I don't know. I just feel like there's something about this coming into your life when you're not expecting it. And I think that a part of you is going to be a little bit turned away from this. The Queen of Swords, literally, like I said, mastering your communication. So you might even see them as like impulsive or like just frantically is what I want to say. This could be somebody like very kind of like projecting an energy onto you of, I don't know, just like a weird vibe. The Lovers. The Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so as much as you might see this as like a little bit impulsive, I feel like maybe a little bit weird, or like, I don't know. I don't think you're a judgmental person. I think that the way it might come across will just feel like not what you're used to, maybe not what you expected. But I feel like overall the energy has the ability to like move in a lighter direction. So it could come in as like maybe heavier or maybe just a little bit more dramatic. And I think that you have this ability to like transform situations into like lighter situations or into light. So I feel like this could be something that comes in one way and like just ends up another. I feel like this is going to be something, the Four of Wands, that has the ability to transform. So it could be like a transformative connection. And didn't I say scroll earlier? Is that not a scroll? So somebody wants to send you a message or say something to you. And look, the Magician card. Did I not just show that? I don't know. I feel like this is like someone's being like divinely led to say something to you or to like send you some kind of message. The Strength. This person could even be like battling between fears or battling between like their inner voice versus their heart, the head versus the heart. The Knight of Wands. So this person's coming out all night energy. I think that this is somebody who's kind of like in that impulsive energy because maybe they just know what they want. But I feel like you're somebody that's just very, very, you could maybe be like a little bit older than this person, or that doesn't have to be the case, but I feel like this is just something that feels like, and honestly, it feels like a good balance. It feels like a good balance. Like their energy and yours together feels like it could be something that sparks a playful kind of less, like I said in the beginning, like frantic energy, because in that frantic could be like nerves. Maybe this person will be nervous. But I feel like overall it has the ability to move in the direction of like, I don't know, true connection.